Some people have been asking, where have I been recently? And the truth is, I've been in a Tai Chi coma. Hey guys, how's it going? This is James Tripp with a video for James Tripp Chaos Wave. Some people have been asking, where have I been recently? And the truth is, I've been in a Tai Chi coma. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. First of all, Tai Chi Chuan, for those who don't know, is a Chinese martial art, traditional Chinese martial art, that specializes in force management. It's not a complete martial art. To me, it's a very specialist martial art that goes very, very deep into a very, very specific thing. And it is one that I trained extensively in from the late 90s to about 2006. So that was my main bag back then. And it was also, it's a Taoist martial art, so it's deeply grounded in philosophical Taoism. All of its strategy, its ideas are all aligned with Taoism. So the philosophy of Taoism is deep in all of my thinking, because it was something that back in the late 90s, early 2000s, radically transformed my way of looking at the world, transformed my perceptions and conceptions about myself and what was possible for me. It was a game changer. I've talked about it in other places, so I'm not going to get deep into that now. But in 2006, I stopped teaching Tai Chi. I used to teach for a while, and I stopped teaching. And the reason I stopped teaching is because it was no longer consuming me in the same way that it had. Other things have become front and center for me. NLP, hypnosis, various other sort of approaches to personal psychology and transforming your influentiality and this sort of thing. So other things became significantly more important. It got to the point that my students were more dedicated to their Tai Chi training than I was, so I thought it would be a good idea to stop. And in that time, since 2006, when I stopped teaching Tai Chi, I've revisited it once, I think, where I switched to Chen style and did some Chen style for a bit, but only for a few months. And then something happened. I don't know why. It's been brewing for a while, but a few months ago, I suddenly got taken by the desire to dive back into Tai Chi Chuan, continue my development in that area. And I have this thing, and it's a huge strength, but it's also got its downsides as well, which is I have an ability to go really deep, really all in with things. I have an ability to go into total immersion with things and really bring a lot of consciousness, which helps me learn and learn fast and put a lot of connections together. But there is a downside to that. The downside to that is that everything else goes away. And hence the term a Tai Chi coma. I want to say I got this term, this idea, this metaphor from a guy called Rick Beato, who has an excellent channel. If you're a musician, he has an excellent channel called Everything Music here on YouTube. And he said in one of his videos that he spent the entire 1980s in a jazz coma. He was so absorbed and immersed in jazz that he completely failed to notice that other things were happening in the world of music. He completely failed to notice the independent scene, the rock scene, all of these things, until somebody woke him up in 1990. And he came out of this jazz coma and was like, wow, all of this stuff's been going on. So for me, this is what it's been like, this Tai Chi coma, because I've been deep in it and I've not noticed anything else that's going on. I have done some other things. I have been bringing some consciousness and attention to my Power of 8 group, my Power of 8 people, obviously. But other than that, I've ended up not making any videos for YouTube, not arranging a lot of things that really probably could do with being arranged. So it's time to get some balance back in. I mentioned that Tai Chi Chuan is a Taoist martial art, one of the most fundamental underpinning principles and concepts of philosophical Taoism is the concept of yin-yang. In fact, the symbol that people know of as the yin-yang symbol is actually more correctly known as the Tai Chi symbol. So we've got yin and yang. This is about the flux of opposites, balance, interweaving, generative opposite forces. So, whilst it has been good to be deeply immersed in this Tai Chi exploration, it has seriously upped my game in terms of Tai Chi. It's connected me to some new understandings about things that go beyond Tai Chi. It is time to shift gears and bring some different balance in. So, I'm going to be back on YouTube from now on. I'm likely to be bringing some things through, some of the connections I've made through my Tai Chi immersion, bringing them through into the more personal psychology stuff, living as a creative force stuff, and some of the hypnosis stuff as well, because one of the things that some people are aware of is when you watch me do hypnosis, I use a lot of non-verbal qualities, a lot of which actually has its origins in my Tai Chi practice. So there's a lot of stuff that can be drawn through, not just in terms of the actual doing of hypnosis, but in terms of the philosophy, the understanding, the interactions, the interplay with other people. Okay, so this is just a video to announce that I'm back on here, where I've been. If you're happy to have me back here on YouTube, please do give the video the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notifications bell for more videos. If you've got any questions about hypnosis, personal psychology, or living as a creative force in your own life, please do ask them. If you've got any questions about anything in this video, please do ask. That's what the comment section below is for. And what it enables us to do is continue to deepen this conversation. So until we do, keep on using your mind to consciously shape your life.